This is True Crime Unseen. Today, we explore the chilling and mysterious death of Elisa Lam, a young woman whose tragic fate captured the attention of the world. Found in a water tank on the rooftop of a Los Angeles hotel. Her story is riddled with strange circumstances and unanswered questions. Despite investigations, there was no physical evidence of foul play, no witnesses to her last moments, and her enigmatic body told an unsettling tale that still haunts us today. Elisa Lam was a 21-year-old Canadian student who traveled to Los Angeles in January 2013. She was vibrant, adventurous, and looking to explore the city. But the journey would take a dark turn. Staying at the infamous Cecil Hotel, known for its dark history, Elisa's plans began to unravel, leading to her inexplicable disappearance. As her stay progressed, concerns grew when she failed to check out and stopped communicating with her family. After several days passed without contact, worried relatives reached out to hotel management, prompting the hotel to alert the authorities. How could someone just vanish from a hotel in a city as bustling as Los Angeles? Police launched a search for Elisa, combing through her belongings and checking the premises for any clues. But as time wore on, there were no signs of her, nothing to indicate where she had gone or what had happened. Then, in a dramatic twist, hotel staff began to receive complaints about low water pressure and a strange taste in the tap water. The breakthrough came when workers climbed to the roof to inspect the hotel's water tanks. What they found was shocking and horrifying: the body of Elisa Lam, lifeless and submerged in the tank. How did she get there? The circumstances surrounding her death were haunting and posed more questions than answers. Forensic teams began their investigation, and autopsy results revealed that Elisa had died from accidental drowning. The report noted her bipolar disorder, suggesting that her mental health issues played a significant role in her untimely demise. But her death did not settle the unanswered questions that swirled around the circumstances. What had happened to Elisa in the days leading up to her death? Surveillance footage from the hotel sparked intrigue across the internet. It showed Elisa in the hotel's elevator, acting erratically, pressing buttons, and hiding in the corner as if she were being pursued by an unseen force. Was she experiencing a mental health crisis? Or was there something more sinister happening? The chilling footage left viewers reeling, trying to piece together the paranoid behavior exhibited by the young woman. As theorists dove into the details, the internet exploded with bizarre speculation. Some speculated that Elisa was being chased or harassed by someone in the hotel, perhaps a ghostly presence haunting the building. Others suggested she might have encountered individuals with malicious intent. Theories spiraled out of control, and the mystery deepened. Had someone hurt Elisa before she ended up in the tank? The Cecil Hotel had a tumultuous past, tied to untold legends of madness and death. The building had hosted several notorious figures, making it a magnet for both dark energy and morbid curiosity. Each new revelation about Elisa's stay and the hotel's history only fueled the theories circulating online. Could it be that Elisa Lam was merely one in a long line of tragedies connected to this infamous hotel? Yet, as investigators dug deeper, they unearthed more contradictions. Reports from residents in the hotel revealed strange encounters and odd behavior, but no one had seen Elisa after she entered the elevator. How could a young woman vanish so entirely without leaving a trace? The silence surrounding her last few days only amplified the fear and uncertainty. To complicate matters further, Elisa's laptop contained information that only deepened the mystery. In her journals, she had penned dark thoughts about isolation and anxiety. What had she gone through in the lead-up to her disappearance? The seemingly innocent entries hinted at deeper struggles that left many questioning. Had she been battling something much darker? As the investigation unfolded, the police ruled out foul play, but the public still had their doubts. They sought answers not provided by the hotel or the authorities. In the weeks following her death, so many questions remained with no suitable explanations. Was it possible Elisa had encountered someone before her death? Or was her mind simply leading her astray in a moment of paranoia? Just when it seemed investigators were ready to settle on an explanation, a significant twist appeared. The release of additional footage showed strange occurrences around the hotel during the same time Elisa went missing. Bizarre behavior by other guests raised alarms, suggesting there could be more to the story than originally believed. Could Elisa's death be part of something larger? A pattern of disappearances linked to the Cecil Hotel? As new information began to surface, the online community erupted in conspiracy theories, delving into the darker aspects of the hotel. Some claimed that more individuals had met tragic ends within its walls. The idea of a sinister force surrounding the hotel couldn't be ignored. Was it possible Elisa's spirit was communicating from beyond the grave? Despite the investigations concluding there was no foul play involved, the rumors refused to die. The public's fascination only grew, as true crime enthusiasts dissected every moment, hoping to sift through the shadows for hidden answers. What had truly transpired in the mind of Elisa Lam? Each unanswered question served as fuel for speculation, igniting a dialogue that transcended time. Elisa's tragic story began to take on a life of its own, inspiring countless videos and articles that examine the perplexing elements of her death. The cryptic nature of her demise left many feeling unsettled. The lines between reality and speculation blurred, creating an atmosphere rife with unease. With investigations wrapped up but answers elusive, the case lingered on the public's mind. Why did her death captivate so many? Perhaps it was the haunting footage or the tragic depth of her story that resonated with those who felt unseen or unheard. Or perhaps it was the horrific reality of vulnerability in a world filled with darkness. As the echoes of Elisa's story swept across platforms, the haunting narrative found itself interwoven with themes of mental health, loneliness, and the search for truth. As the mystery surrounding Elisa Lam's tragic death continued to captivate audiences, the ramifications of her story reverberated beyond the confines of the Cecil Hotel. The haunting media coverage and the unsettling details sparked national conversations about mental health, the treatment of vulnerable individuals, and the complex factors that can lead to tragic outcomes. Elisa's final moments had been captured on tape, a chilling glimpse into her psyche. The emotive footage from the elevator stirred empathy, but also deep questions: what had been happening to her behind the scenes? What was the significance of her erratic behavior? As discussions unfolded, mental health advocates began to step forward, highlighting the critical importance of understanding and supporting those struggling with mental illness. Communities rallied around Elisa's story, utilizing it as a catalyst for change. Conversations that had previously been hidden in shadows began to surface. Social media platforms ignited with personal testimonies, reshaping the narrative around mental health and suicide prevention. For many, Elisa's haunting tale became emblematic of the struggles faced by countless individuals who felt isolated and heard and unseen. But as her legacy grew, more questions remained about the events leading to her death. Investigators had ruled out foul play in the case, citing accidental drowning, yet the bizarre circumstances continued to provoke speculation. With the world focused on Elisa's death, theories flourished. How did she access the rooftop? Why was she in the water tank? And what had led her to the elevator that fateful night? The investigation revealed that security measures at the hotel were less than rigorous. The entrance to the rooftop was unlocked, raising suspicions about the hotel's failure to maintain secure areas. Was this negligence a factor in Elisa's fate? As the deeper layers were exposed, each revelation only added to the unsettling reality of the situation. In the days and weeks that followed Elisa's death, the once quiet Cecil Hotel became a focal point of true crime interest. Tourists came in droves, seeking out the dark allure of the infamous hotel. Ghost hunters and paranormal investigators sought to delve into the unexplainable occurrences that seemed to plague the building, each claiming some connection to the tragedy of Elisa Lam. For the families of Elisa Lam, the increased scrutiny was a double-edged sword. On one hand, they hoped that their daughter's story would foster awareness around mental health issues. On the other, they grappled with the constant reexamination of Elisa's life and death. They sought solace amidst the chaos, yearning for privacy in a time of profound loss. Yet, the public's thirst for answers only intensified. Was Elisa simply a victim of circumstances? That question lingered in the hearts of all who followed her story. In search of truth, many dove into her past, examining her experiences in detail. As they located blogs and social media interactions, they uncovered layers of vulnerability woven through her life. Each post revealed the fragility of her mental state, which made the pain behind her story feel all too real. Meanwhile, as public interest surged, a documentary-style video was released, aiming to piece together the mystery and the myriad of theories surrounding Elisa's death. As viewers consumed every frame, experts weigh in on her behavior, dissecting the tapes in a desperate attempt to provide clarity. Psychology and mental health experts engaged in discussions, suggesting that Elisa's actions may have been symptomatic of underlying struggles she faced. Yet shockingly, even as more theories emerged, including everything from the paranoid conspiracies, confirmations remained painfully absent. The absence of clear answers contributed to an obsessive fascination with Elisa's fate. Critics began to voice protests against sensationalism, arguing that the complexity of her situation was being overshadowed by salacious storytelling. When the water tank was examined after the discovery of her body, more questions arose. Why wasn't it immediately checked in response to the complaints from hotel guests? The failure of hotel management to monitor tank after such calls only added to the cloud of skepticism hanging over Elisa's death. The unsettling shadows left behind lingered as the hotel's infamy deepened. Despite investigations presenting an accidental drowning, the questions of how and why persisted. Each unanswered query only added fuel to the fire, igniting online communities to share theories, explore hidden meanings, and connect Elisa's tragic fate to larger issues within society. And then, in a surprising turn of events, a former employee of the hotel came forward claiming to have seen Elisa shortly before her death. The employee recounted a memory of her wandering the halls, looking lost in fright, and a startling reminder of how close she was to escaping the horrors that awaited her. The revelation sent ripples through the true crime community, further complicating an already tangled narrative. While the hotel continued its tumultuous association with tragic events, mental health campaigns emerged, fighting for the voice of those like Elisa. Continued discussions surrounding mental health advocacy and support grew increasingly prominent, and for many, her story symbolized the desperate need for understanding and compassion in the face of invisible battles. As international media began to retrace Elisa's final days, they uncovered even more disturbing patterns in the accounts of other hotel guests, an alarming reminder that the Cecil Hotel harbored many untold stories beneath its surface. Could there be a connection between these narratives, or were they mere coincidences lost in a tangled mess of fate? In time, the public grew restless for closure amid the ongoing flood of theories surrounding the past. People became consumed by the allure of the case, each piece of speculation serving as breadcrumbs leading deeper into the darkness surrounding the Cecil Hotel. Elisa Lam's tragic story had transformed her into a symbolic figure, a voice for all who felt isolated and misunderstood. Yet the questions of what really happened never wavered. As the real-life enigma continued to unfold, those who followed her story remained trapped in a maze haunted by the images of a young woman striving to find her place in a chaotic world. The death of Elisa Lam remains one of true crime's most unsettling enigmas, a case that serves as a chilling reminder of mental health struggles and the complexities of tragedy. What lies ahead as we continue to unravel the mysteries encircling Elisa? Join us as we navigate the delicate threads between truth and speculation, seeking to illuminate a story that forever altered the lives of many. Will the haunting specter of what happened ever find resolution? Stay tuned to uncover the depths of this captivating case.